Okay, hello everybody. It's Natasha from Soul Mission here, and what an amazing day it's been today. It's been the peak energy of the Lionsgate portal. How is everybody feeling? I must say, leading up to this, definitely lots of releasing happening in the womb area, lots of spasming, lots of letting go. And also all day yesterday, I felt my base chakra vibrating on, off, all day long, and also needing to rest more and to sleep more. I felt myself sleeping in a lot more. But this is all normal. This is a normal reaction to just this massive influx of energy coming through the Lionsgate portal. And it's here to release and transmute any old patterns, any old behaviors, any old traumas that we just need to let go of. So I just felt drawn to come on here and pull some cards about the energies for of today. What it is that we're kind of activating and also what we are releasing. So I'm going to be using a couple of card decks here. The Archetype cards by Caroline Miss. The Goddess Guidance by Doreen Virtue. And the Rumi Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And the Lightworker deck by Alana Fairchild. So I'm going to do a general reading for all of us. But then I'm also going to do a separate reading for the Divine Feminine and another reading for the Divine Masculine. So let's see what comes up. So, okay, so let's start off with a general reading for all of us. Okay, so what did the energies of the Lionsgate portal invite us to step into more of? Okay, I see a couple of cards coming out here. Oh, this is beautiful. We got the Mother card and the Visionary card. So this is very much about making sure that we're in a balanced position, especially with the Mother. I mean, I really get the feeling that the Divine Feminine is reaching a big peak at the moment. And it's all about stepping into our ability to mother ourselves and others in a way that's nurturing without smothering, because it's very easy to try and be too smothering. Now, the shadow attributes is exactly smothering or abandoning people or children, or installing guilt in people for becoming independent. So we need to strike the balance between being helpful and creating dependency with others. And we need to embody more unconditional love. So the light attributes of these energies that we all need to embody is unconditional love, nurturance, patience, and giving birth to life, giving birth to a new life, because we're coming up to the new moon solar eclipse in Leo on Saturday. And having done all this releasing work, we are ready to give birth to a new world, a new life, a new way of being. But it needs to be filtered through unconditional love. So the other card, now this is the Visionary card. And it feels like that we all need to step into the vision that we want to create for our lives, for the world. And we need to allow ourselves to dream and see what's possible, even if it may seem improbable at the moment. So the card says, so capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So we need to step more into envisioning what's going to be in the highest good for all, irrespective of personal gain. Now, we will be rewarded in any case. When we serve others, the universe finds a way to balance things out. So we will be rewarded. Now, the shadow attributes, what we need to avoid stepping into, what we need to release is selling our insights to the highest bidder or compromising our vision to make it more acceptable to others. So I'll just kind of address the second bit first. Sometimes we see a vision and we think, my God, this is so improbable. This, either people will never believe it will ever happen, or they don't believe that I can contribute to make it happening. So we need to step beyond our fears, beyond our personal doubts, and allow ourselves to share with the right people of the moment the vision that we see for either our own future or for the future of the planet. And not to be worried if people say, but how is that possible? There will always be naysayers. And I used to say, well, ignore the naysayers or avoid them. I actually think they're really useful because they can pose a helpful challenge in getting us to think of the details. Okay, I've got this vision, so how am I going to make it work? So in that way, they can be useful. The other shadow aspect that we need to avoid stepping into, selling insights to the highest bidder. So this is about finding a way to get our message out or to get our information out in a way that could be accessible to more people without devaluing the time and effort and energy that you put in to putting out the message. There's always certain things that we can do either for free or at low cost. And if people want to engage more with us, then, you know, we can allow ourselves to be rewarded for giving more time to them. Good. So overall, what we've needed to engage with more is a healthy nurturance mother without codependency, and seeing a vision for the future without fears, without compromising ourselves, without personal monetary gain that's at a level that is just self-serving. It has to be a win-win scenario for both people. Okay, so that's the overall message for all of us for today. Let me pick an extra card by Rumi and the Lightworker Oracle deck for all of us. So let me just see, because these decks, I find they are great for a higher level, higher purpose. They hold a lot of energy at a very powerful rate. So let's see what the Rumi Oracle deck has to say. What have we been releasing or activating today? Okay, card immediately. Oh my God, this is fantastic. Okay, so this is the card, I surge on the uprising wave of love. This is so apt, my lovely, lovely friends. I mean, hello, we're in Leo season, and this fire that we've been experiencing the past God knows how many months, this is the purifying fire, you know, of, you know, the true sun that's just coming through to us, purifying our hearts, purifying, allowing us to let go of any past hurts, forgiveness, resentments, hurts, rejections, abandonments. This is all about stepping into unconditional love and realizing because we are love, because we are universal source, which is love, we can never be rejected. We can never be abandoned. So as soon as we realize we are pure love, then we can just be that and step into our essence. And it doesn't matter what the situation is that we find ourselves in. You can always ask yourself the question, what would love say about this situation? What is in the highest good for everyone concerned if we step into our hearts? And that will always give your truest answer. So we've definitely been opening up the heart chakra for sure today, which is fantastic. I love it. Let's see what the Lightworker Oracle deck has to say about what we've all been going through during this Lionsgate portal, and especially today. So what do we need to know for the energy for all of us? Okay. Oh, I don't believe this. This is incredible. I was with a friend today, and this was actually the card that she picked. It's the Soul Child card. Now, I don't know if you can see, but I'll try and bring it closer. There is an image of a being with a small teddy bear standing by a wave, or an ocean of wave, facing the universe, facing that pure source, see? And this card is all about rebirth. It's starting afresh. It's giving birth to the new soul child within all of us. And this is partly also the energy of Leo, which is the playful energy, the childlike energy, which is curious about everything, happy to be playful and engage and just see what happens when we try things out, when we do things. So this is so beautiful, because basically we've been working on nurturing ourselves with the Mother card, seeing our vision, seeing our true purpose in life, conditioning that with opening the heart chakra so we can give birth, rebirth to the new child within each of us, the new soul child that stands and says, hello, universe, I am ready, I'm open, I'm ready to be playful. That's amazing, so beautiful. So that's the message for all of us in general. So now I am going to pull some cards for, what should we take first? What would you like to hear first? Something about the divine masculine or the divine feminine? Give me a little indication in the comments, because I know there's a couple of people are watching. So let me know, what would you like to hear first? About the divine masculine or about the divine feminine? Okay, time is ticking. So I'm going to feel into this. Okay, I think we will do the divine masculine first of all. Okay, so for the divine masculine, what does the divine masculine need to release and or embody more of during this period, during this Lionsgate portal? Oh, one card fell out. We'll keep that. Let's see if any others come out. Okay. Oh, that's another one. Oh, wow, there's quite a few here. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Okay. So first of all, we've got the Destroyer card. This has both positive and less positive attributes. So up until now, a lot of the more negative, the inauthentic masculine energy has been focused on destroying nature, destroying the planet, destroying life. And abusing power to do that. And in the process, destroying any dreams or potential that others may have. So the focus is now to step into the light attributes, the authentic masculine, which is releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for new life. So this is releasing any destructive patterns that the masculine might have within himself, a tendency to destroy things in a way that's unhelpful to both himself and to others around him. And preparing for life means supporting and maybe putting structures in place for new life and new growth to take place. Remember, we picked the soul child earlier, yeah? This is the rebirth process. So this has been about letting go of those destructive influences and stepping into a more authentic masculine. Right, the second card, oh gosh, it really speaks to my heart, is the Virgin card. Now, the inauthentic masculine has a fear of intimate union. And this means an intimate union at all levels, spiritual, emotional, as well as sexual, as well as physical. And a lot of the negative masculinity focuses only on the physical, only on release, when there is so much more behind that union between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So it's actually stepping into greater purity of heart and spirit as well. So it's making sure that all those main kind of energy points, the spiritual realm, the heart realm, and the physical realm, all there in place when that union happens. And this is a real challenge, because that means that the masculine really has to step into being vulnerable and being open to that interaction, that dynamic with the feminine. So this is going to be a challenge for many men. I sense that. So the Virgin. What's the next card? This is just so funny. Okay, now the masculine also needs to step into a healthy role of being the mentor. Because of course, when one has held most of the power, one does learn things, yes, which are useful to pass on. Pass on so that we can share the power. The power can be shared with the divine feminine as well. So the light attributes are passing on wisdom and refining the character of a student. Now, the negative aspects are an inability to allow the student to move onto the role of master and sharing false information or false instruction. So again, here we are coming across power. So the masculine needs to allow the divine feminine to step into her role as mistress alongside his role of master. And that means being vulnerable and accepting that as a teacher, as a mentor, he also has something to learn. that the student isn't just a student, but can be a teacher and mentor herself. So this speaks to me of the divine masculine sharing knowledge and allowing the divine feminine to teach him something as well. Brilliant. I love this. Okay. This card is the Liberator. The Liberator. The negative aspects that the divine masculine needs to let go is imposing tyranny over those you claim to liberate and ignoring any legitimate constraints. So what that means is, with legitimate constraints, let's say there are some restrictions, in place for liberating people. Maybe certain resources have to need to be in place before liberating others. Maybe a safe space needs to be created, or a safe emotional space needs to be created in order for others to be liberated. Whether it's in liberated from mental patterns or ways of behavior, or ways of feeling or being, or whether it's liberating others from slavery or some other kind of oppression. Now, the way to flip this is, as it says here, it's all about freeing others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. So this is what the divine masculine does. He keeps on working on himself to release any outdated beliefs or thought patterns or ways of being. And as he does this, he sets an example and a role model for others. So there is still more work to be done, my lovely men. This is more personal development work. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Rumi Oracle for extra guidance on a higher plane. What does the divine masculine need to know right now during this period? Right, we've got one card coming up. Oh my God, this is gorgeous. This card is called The Courage of Your Love. So the higher meaning behind this is overcoming any fears to allowing yourself either to be loved or to love. And allowing yourself to give love unconditionally and to receive it unconditionally, without expectations, without dependencies. And it's allowing yourself to allow your heart chakra to be nourished, to nourish yourself and to nourish others. So this requires courage to be vulnerable, to be truly vulnerable, because my feeling is the masculine has a lot of heaviness and tiredness about carrying old, outdated masculine ways of being that don't work anymore, that close the heart down. And a safe space needs to be created for men as well, to be able to release that pain and sorrow of being forced into ways of being that goes against their natural, authentic way of being. So I can see the divine masculine opening up more and saying, actually, I engaged in this game also a bit unwillingly, this game of oppression or destruction or exerting power over others. you know, I felt constrained in this role myself and oppressed. So I can see a lot more men's groups opening up and being created for this release to happen. So absolutely amazing. I'm so excited for you guys. I really am. This is really, really positive. Okay, so let's go on to the divine feminine. So what does the divine feminine need to know today about the activations and releases that have happened? What does the divine feminine need to know? Okay, so 2 cards came up. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Okay, so we have Mother Mary and the goddess Ishtar coming in. So first of all, the goddess Ishtar. She's an Egyptian goddess and she's all about boundaries. And the card says, this is for the divine feminine, love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. So this is one thing that the divine feminine is having to learn at the moment. And I certainly am having to learn this myself personally at this time, is setting and asserting healthy boundaries and saying no to people who may be draining our time or our energy. So this is also saying no to those men that may not be healthy for us or may be draining us, because actually that will, the more women step up and say no to unhealthy ways of being and yes to more healthier men, this will start to create a shift. I mean, I already feel the confusion in men at the moment, where the old ways of doing things with women just are not working or not working anymore, or they're attracting unhealthy feminine energy into their life. And so what's going to happen is, you know, just as the divine feminine is learning how to say no to toxic behavior, men are having to learn what behavior is going to work. So this is fantastic. Ladies, set your boundaries. This is about love, self-love. Remember, we picked the Rumi card, which was all about love, stepping into love. This is loving yourself. Saying no means loving yourself as well. Because when you love yourself, you actually love others. It means you show up as your greater self and greater version of you. So say no to the people that need to have that no. Okay, so the second card that I picked for the divine feminine, for the energies that we've been releasing and embodying today, is Mother Mary. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So this is staying true and having faith that the changes that the divine feminine is making, the changes that you women are making right now, is making an impact, not just in your life, but in other people's lives and this whole planet. And this is about staying strong, having the faith, keeping going, and respecting yourself and believing that the miracle will happen. Because look at this. We've got Mother Mary with the child here. What's happening? What do you think's happening, ladies? We're giving birth to a new world, a new earth, a new way of being. So hold faith that that is happening, that you are at the forefront of making that happening, and the men will catch up and will begin to start creating a space that's safe for us to birth this new world. So see, we are birthing a new world, and the men will be coming on board more and more. So stay, have faith that this is going to work out. Okay, so let's ask from the Lightworker Oracle deck. What does the Divine Feminine need to know? The bigger picture, please, of these activations and releases from today at the peak of the Lionsgate portal. What does the Divine Feminine need to know? Oops. Right, so this card came out. Wow. Let me pick another one. I want to clarify this card. Okay. Oh. Okay, so 2 more cards came up. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. Okay, so the key card was Master Healing. So this is a card of knowing your power and ability to do healing work, and also receiving a really massive healing from the universe, from the cosmos at this time. See? All those downloads, all those releases happening. Now, I asked for clarification, like what kind of healing took place. And I got these 2 cards. One was Initiation by Water and Alchemical Mutation. So, Initiation by Water, we're being given new abilities and gifts. And because the feminine is all about being in the flow, we're being given heightened gifts of being in the flow, being in the feminine flow. So we're going through an initiation now. And bear in mind, at the end of this month, we've got a full moon in Pisces. So we're going to be reaching a completion point in terms of allowing ourselves to be in the flow. Okay. So it was both an initiation, and also it was an alchemical mutation. Okay, so this speaks to me. We have had a DNA change and download as well. So there's something about our way of being out there that has been updated and upgraded. So we've had a master healing, but we've also been given extra powers of being able to do healing work. So we've been initiated, and we've also gone through mutation. So our DNA has been changed here. Ladies, fantastic times. Let me know what new skills you are discovering. I certainly am discovering and activating new skills. Definitely discovered more this springtime, and definitely stepping more into being in the flow. So that's been some interesting developments there. Okay, well, I want to thank you for watching tonight. If you have any questions about this reading, or you want some more information, please, by all means, go ahead and ask any questions that you like. I have some time now to answer any questions that you may have. And while any of you are typing, I'm just going to give you a little information about a couple of events that are coming up. So for the ladies, there is a very special event coming up at the next full moon called the Worldwide Womb Blessing. And this is all about stepping more into your feminine power and releasing and being in the flow of things. There's going to be a taster session of this, which is going to be free and online on this Facebook page on Friday at 7:30 p.m. So check out this page for notifications about this event, this taster event on Friday. And also there will be future events for both men and women coming up. More information about that later on. Okay, so I'm just checking the comments section here. I don't see any questions, so I'm guessing you're happy with those readings. Everything made sense, and you're going to go to bed now or off out to a party and enjoy life. And I truly hope that you have taken everything that you needed from all of today's energies. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the new moon on Saturday, which is a new moon solar eclipse in Leo. And I will be exploring that more. I'm still deciding about whether I want to run an event that day or not. It will be a mixed gender event. So watch this space. If you want to be the first to be notified of any events, then just go on to my website, soulmission.uk, and add yourself to the quiz. This will automatically add you to my newsletter, so you'll be the first to know. Okay, so I do have a comment or a question here by Alex. How should a man raise his energy above the physical? Okay, so basically a couple of things. This is about becoming aware of any blocks that the man has either in any part of his energy body. Could be emotional blocks, mental blocks, or even some health issues, physical health issues. So definitely getting some energy work done or getting your energy field checked out for any blockages is useful. And then it's good to work with a therapist or energy worker to release those blocks. Now, this can be done in a number of ways. Me personally, I like to work holistically. So I like to work on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. So from the spiritual level, what I would do is I would start working on your soul records, your Akashic records, and start deleting those any key debilitating programs or any past lives that are influencing your energy field today. So there can be negative energies attached that are creating confusion or self-sabotage, plus past lives, things that either you've done to others or others have done to you is still affecting your energy now in this life. So I would work on your soul records. Then on the mental and emotional levels, we would look at any particular thought patterns you may have about situations in life. So uncovering what unhelpful beliefs you might have about certain things and transmuting them and transforming them into more helpful beliefs. At the same time, any beliefs that are sitting in the neurology, mental and emotional body, the nervous system, is usually held in place by some energy that was created in the moment that the program was installed. So it could be fear, sadness, anger, hate, any of those negative emotions. They kind of lock the program in place. So we would also do some work to release them. That when we release that, it releases the glue of holding them in place. So for this, I like to use something called energetic NLP. I find that very helpful. And finally, we would work on the physical levels. So this is about getting you more into your feeling body, not just being up in the head, but also into your feeling body. So for that, you would do some kind of body work. So it could be a combination of shaking, dancing, also physical exercise, anything to get you to feel your body more. This is really important, because of course, as a wonderful divine masculine, you will be more in your mental body. That's fine. But there needs to be a bit of balance and to feel the body as well. So, of course, this would be looking at health and lifestyle as well to support you and make sure that you are nourishing yourself. So that would mean including, what I would do as well is I would, there is this new program that I've created. It's called Reclaiming the Authentic Masculine. And in there is a particular healing called the Gift for Men. And the man experiences a massive influx of love by the divine feminine energies. And this helps to bring out more of the authentic masculine within the man. This also improves his relationship with any of the feminine or the females around him. So that would be another technique that I would use on any masculine who wants to kind of raise his vibration above merely interacting with the feminine on purely the physical level, the sexual level. And of course, any work that we do will be working through the heart and getting you to acknowledge what is the highest message of love in any given situation, so that whatever decision or action you take in life will be tempered by staying in your heart, in that place of unconditional love. So hopefully, Alex, that answered your question. And I've just seen another comment. Hello, Louise. What does she say? From one Leo to another, from one like word to another. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, Louise. Absolutely. Okay, my lovelies, it's 43 minutes in and it's well past 10 o'clock, well past my bedtime, but I just felt called to come and do this live transmission. So here's wishing you all a wonderful evening, and please be gentle with yourselves. The energies that have come through the portal today are very, very intense. So it's quite normal to feel out of sorts or maybe emotional, or even having some physical symptoms. Just be gentle with yourselves and drink lots and lots of water. So from me to you, I wish you a very good night. Bye for now.